comics. I always do the cooking for the group, right? Because I think I'm the best cook.
Makes me ill.
Brian, it's disgusting.
This food, I can't do it anymore.
I don't understand the smell factor.
At the street, right?
I think if you don't change your ways, you're gonna die young.
I'm Chef Ezra. In my world, flavor comes first.
I'm Julie, the nutritionist. In my world, nutrition is everything.
You gotta call it for your health.
Maybe pasta?
Pasta.
In Italian
It
food?
has to go. The fat is out of control.
Who cooks under these circumstances?
Hey, good evening, everybody. Welcome to the show. Yeah. We're all a bunch of comics, so we like to laugh. We like to get together. I must get 10 to 12 spam emails a day telling me how I can increase my sexual performance. Finally, I had it. I put my foot down. I said to my wife, hey, if you can't say it to my face, I don't want to... There's nothing to compare with that feeling you get when you're on stage and the audience is giving you, almost like they say in rock music, you're getting the love back from the audience.
Brian and I and our friends, we've been getting together for about 5 years now, usually before comedy.
We all love comedy and food. As far as cooking goes, it's just something I love to do. And it seems like my house is where we always like to hook up as well.
The company is awesome. I get a ride there, so the free wine, has a lot to do with it.
Chicken Florentine casserole.
The food, not so much.
I always do the cooking for the group, right? Because I think I'm the best cook. I love comedy and I love cooking. So when you put the two together, it's like the best entertainment night I can have with the group. Next item is really the key to this whole dish. It's the mushroom soup mix. I'm gonna add a tin and a half.
Makes me ill. Physically, mentally, it's not a good place for me to be.
Heavy, salted, uninspiring, dull, canned mess.
You can't really add too much bacon. There's certain staples that I work with each time.
Everything tastes like bacon.
You basically want to have at least a half a pound, maybe a little bit more, because it all shrivels down to nothing.
Sometimes I don't know if it's roadkill or a ham in a can that he's serving because there's so much on it, and I don't like it.
A lot of comics, when they're doing shows, food is very, very important.
We're either traveling or our shows are late at night, so food is really important because you need that burst of energy in the late evening.
The brownies are, like I say, they're really simple, but there's a good sugar rush there.
What he cooks is not healthy.
Really, this is a lot of energy right here. So a good dinner and a major sugar rush, and they're going to be good to go.
This food, I can't do it anymore.
Shelley called us in because Brian might be killing it in the comedy club, but he's also killing his comedy troupe with his cooking in the kitchen.
His casseroles are old-fashioned and they are laden with fat.
Brian feels you've got to sacrifice nutrition for flavor.
Brian, step into my kitchen. Wipe that smile off your face.
The last casserole we had, Monty loved it. Good seconds.
I know, we talked about it in the emergency ward.
Yeah.
Brian. Okay, guys, surprise.
Oh.
This is Ezra. He is a chef. Julie is a nutritionist.
Hi, Brian.
Hi.
I just have to say, I am so grateful that Julie and Ezra are here. Brian, frankly, you need some help.
I need help?
We can't live as friends like this anymore. This is an intervention.
I was completely shocked that she thought I needed help with cooking. It was the last thing I ever thought would happen.
Is the chef here to kill Brian and take over?
I'm used to their ribbing, so I'm just going to move. Would you like some?
Brian's casserole is not good at all. There's too much cream, too much mushroom soup, too much bacon, if that's possible.
Ezra, how is it?
The flavor is coming from all the wrong places.
Brian, it's disgusting.
It's cream sauce. It's a casserole.
Disgusting.
Everything's supposed to taste like bacon?
Terrible.
A block of cheese, bacon, and that disgusting prefab mushroom soup. Evil.
Did they put you up to this?
I don't understand the smell factor. It's got this astringency that's sort of like...
At the street, right?
I'm not really so sure that they fully experienced my cooking.
Yeah, I'm having such a good time.
The saturated fat has to be dialed right down.
I think he actually believes that fat drives all the flavor. I'm gonna prove him wrong.
Brian, this is, I think, maybe upper echelon prison food.
You know what? I still like my casserole.
Like, if you were in a maximum security prison, this would be a great day.
Jeff, that's very good material,
Yeah, good
but when it
day.
comes to the food, I don't agree.
I don't know if Brian's in denial or if this is how he really likes to eat.
Sometimes I've eaten here and I can't tell if the comedy's making me sick or the food Hey, all he needs is a candy cane in this thing, and you're ready to go.
I still think that the gist of it is there.
I think if you don't change your ways, you're gonna die young.
If we don't dial down that sodium, I think we got a heart issue waiting to happen.
I can't eat food like this anymore. I mean, these are not my breasts. It's my midriff pushed up from living this lifestyle with Brian.
My doctor told me I was borderline diabetic. I'm not gonna lie, I'm a little bit overweight, and I need to lose, maybe a pound or 50. I'm trying to eat a little healthier, and this is not it.
Let's raise our glasses because we're gonna make some big changes.
Yes.
All right, this is to Brian changing his ways, putting some smiles back on your faces.
Yeah.
It's just so great that they're here, and let's see what they can do for us. Ezra is delicious. Julie is delightful. I want to touch them both.
I think I have a lot to work with. I mean, Brian likes cooking. I just want to show him how to take out all of the processed stuff and create delicious, fresh food.
I've got to really seriously boost up the produce. It's got to be everywhere. And I've got to dial down that salt gauge. So you've got to find a flavor that replaces that salt.
Julie, come on.
Brian's a healthy, handsome-looking guy. And that's often the toughest nut to crack because they think they have nothing to worry about. But they're aging on the inside.
You took a beating. Hecklers like I've never seen.
It was like dinner heckling.
I think all of the flavor in your dish came from fat. So what I want to show you is that we can pull back on the fat and add so many other fresh ingredients that the flavor is going to go through the roof.
Without altering too much of what I was doing already, or we're gonna do a lot of changes.
We're going to do a lot of changes.
Okay.
Sorry,
Yeah.
but I'm like, there's very little I would keep in that meal.
We're going to take your routine, scrap it, and start from the beginning. Isn't that like a comic's worst nightmare?
It is. I think
You've
I'm
got
getting
a
the hook right
successful
now.
routine,
Yeah.
and we're scrapping everything.
Starting from scratch.
Yeah.
It's going to be a long road. I think they've got some neat ideas, but let's just say I'm not sold on it completely.
Healthy eating starts with healthy shopping.
And you know what I think would be even more fun?
What?
For you to see Ezra do some healthy stand-up comedy. You think he's up for that?
That is my worst nightmare. I am scared shitless.
Please welcome to the stage, Ezra, titled
Low temperature, Ezra.
We will never agree on this cooking technique.
You're creating more advanced glycation end products. We're aging him.
Tone it down a little bit.
We're all a bunch of comics, so we like to laugh. We like to get together.
What he cooks is not healthy.
You need some help. This is an intervention.
The last thing I ever thought would happen.
Brian, I know you know stand-up comedy. I'm going to show you stand-up nutrition. Cacao.
Translation, chocolate, no?
Yeah.
It's chocolate.
It is a real powerhouse for minerals, and minerals give you incredible energy.
I'm trying to remember what I used in my brownies, but I don't think it was dark chocolate.
It's still a joke. I don't see it going in yet, that he has anything to do with it.
Now, apparently, a lot of these cereals have a lot of sugar in them. They say that one serving of Sugar Crisp has the same amount of sugar as a chocolate bar. Well, how are parents supposed to know this? When the corporations throw you off the scent with a clever name like Sugar Crisp. How are you supposed to know that's got a lot of sugar in it?
Being on stage with a spotlight on me, all these people watching, a terrifying, terrifying endeavor.
I just found out he's a smoker. I know that we've got to get some antioxidants back into this guy.
Apple juice infused cranberries. We're avoiding the refined sugar.
Right.
The diabetic's going to be happy.
I think if I add these to my casserole, we're good to go.
There's no
We
saving
can
that
still
casserole,
work with the
Brian.
casserole.
No, we can't.
You need the nerves, you need that in your body, the energy, to give them the show.
So that's a good thing.
It is a good
Well,
thing.
then I should be great because I am scared shitless.
Personally, I can't wait to see Ezra on stage.
We got organic shrimp. I'm so excited.
Did find and discover new items that I normally would have never seen.
I am absolutely in love with the nutrition of shrimp because it's only 0.5 grams of fat per serving and 90 little calories, delivering 21 grams of protein.
It was an interesting process, and I'm wondering how it's all going to come together when we put some of these items into the dish. You know, it's still a wait-and-see attitude.
Please welcome to the stage, Ezra, titled
You know what? I overcame it. I got up there. I told some wicked jokes. I fight for flavor. She fights for nutrition. Okay? And between all the bickering and the fighting and the making out, we come up with healthy gourmet food. The audience was rolling in the aisles.
It's a good thing he's really cute.
I'm actually very comfortable working with comics. They're just usually carrying beverage trays. Oh, we're working it there! Thank you, have a good night. I killed it out there.
He's going to do it someday, just not today.
Brian, you took a lot of heat, and, you know, it was justified. Your casserole, one of the worst casseroles I've ever had, if not the worst. I want to show you a delicious casserole. Let's give it to him right, okay? So what we're going to make is a shrimp enchilada casserole. Brian is happy in the kitchen. He seems to have some skill. He's just using the wrong ingredients. Let's make a delicious, refreshing salad to accompany the enchiladas. In our salad, we have fresh, delicious jicama.
I love it.
Have you ever had jicama?
I can honestly say no, I've never
Have you ever
tried it.
seen it?
I've heard of it, but I've not seen it, no.
This has 5 grams of fiber and only 45 little calories per cup. It's kind of like an apple crossed with a water chestnut.
Brian's idea of vegetables are mushrooms in mushroom soup from a can. You better watch your fingers. So introducing an ingredient like jicama, and he's inquisitive, I think that's a good start. We also have some mango. We've got fresh lime juice, jalapeno, and some onion. Let me show you a little trick. Okay? We put our sliced onion into a strainer. Now, we season it with some salt. We're using your mushroom soup as a weight.
It's good for something.
Okay?
I knew it would come in handy eventually.
So, we weight it down, and what you'll see is all of the moisture from the onions will start dripping down, and then what you end up with is effectively slightly cooked onions.
You know, I think I heard a can opener, so I think there's going to be a mushroom soup maybe in there. I don't know. I think he's going to sneak it in because he's a stubborn little fella.
And now our slightly firm mango. Okay, we want it a little bit underripe because it's going to add great crunch.
When it's just slightly underripe like this, we're not spiking anyone's blood sugar.
Okay. Julie and Ezra are very nice people. I love meeting new people. I think that we still have to work through a few issues here, and it's a start. It's a start, but I don't know where it's going to go from here.
Now that our onions have cured, check this out. All that liquid, that's the bitterness that I want to remove.
And I want to add a surprise ingredient. Goji berries. It's not sweet at all.
Goji berries?
Yeah, it's interesting. They're
either.
not overly sweet. Now, you got to allow them to plump up with all your delicious seasoning.
They're good.
They're incredibly
I like the texture.
high in carotenoids, which are fantastic for prevention of aging.
I think she's trying to tell you something.
The aging thing keeps coming up over and over.
I thought you looked great, but
I know I'm the oldest person here. I really do.
I didn't mean to hurt his feelings by saying, you know, you're gonna age, but a smoker will age. I'll use Brian's vanity if I have to. Maybe his hair will grow back.
this salad has everything you want in a dish.
I was a little worried about their process.
Why are you having to cook at high heat, Ezra?
Julie, this is comedy. It's not a drama. We might as well not make this dish if we don't do it.